everybody, it's Oksana. I can't believe that April has already come to a close, but this is my favorites video for the month of April. I don't have tons and tons of makeup. I do have a few things, and I do have some food items. I've been saving some food packages and boxes because I've been wanting to do something with food. You know I showed you guys these things in like Vitacost hauls, but sometimes it's nice to have a follow-up, like, did you end up liking it? Did you eat the whole box? Like, how did it work out for you, you know? So I've been saving them, and I think I'm going to mention some of those things here in this favorites video because there are some food items we've been enjoying this month as well. So first of all, I know I've mentioned the Juice Beauty foundation before, but this is actually a new color that I just got, and it's 05 Buff. So this is the new color. Let me swatch it for you here. I have like eyeshadow on the other side of my hand. So I'm going to swatch it right here. This is a very nice color. It's a good match for me. It does have yellow undertones. It's just a smidge darker than the other color. I'm going to actually go grab the other color and swatch it next to it. Alright, here we go. I don't know, I didn't think to do that earlier, but this is the first color that I initially bought, the Fair 02, and this is the new color. And as you can see, as these are drying and blending into my skin, they're just turning a little bit darker. Let me try and just kind of blend it a little more. This is a foundation that kind of goes on lighter but blends out darker. Alright, so now that I have those blended out, it's really hard to see because they kind of match me really well. It's just a smidge darker, this new color I got. Just a little bit darker. And it's been working much better for me. I got a little bit of a tan, a little bit of color to me. I've been outside a lot with my kids, going to parks and playgrounds and stuff, so it was about time that I pick up a slightly darker color to match my skin better. And I have it on right now. I don't have anything on top, any powder or anything, so this is just the color of it. And I really like it, and what I like to do is I like to mix it. This has been my favorite lotion for a really long time. I've gone through like 4 bottles of it, but this is a Sibu Sea Buckthorn facial cream. And I like to mix just a little bit of the facial cream with this. It just applies so nicely because this is a pretty light feeling foundation. It's like liquidy, and it sinks in pretty quickly. It doesn't really have any like oiliness or like the feeling of a moisturizer. It doesn't have that, you know, but it's not drying at all. It'll still work nicely on dry skin types, which is what I have. But for some reason, when I mix it with a moisturizer and it becomes just like a little bit more moisturizing, I just have an easier time applying it and blending it. And it also kind of shears it out. I think that this has a really nice coverage, but for just every day, I think it makes it quicker to apply and shears out the coverage a little bit, mixing it with a moisturizer, so it just makes it work for me better for like a very light makeup day, you know. So I've been wearing this. I really love it. Wanted to mention it again. And another product that I want to mention again, if I can find it here. If you hear my kids, they're playing, so they're being pretty loud. Downstairs they're playing with my husband. The Duet Perfecting Concealer and Light by Hynt Beauty. I just kind of really got the, I don't know, hang of using this underneath my eyes. I've been using it every time now instead of the pencil I used to use, the Beauty Without Cruelty pencil, and I just really like it. It's so full coverage. Even when you blend it out, you still have like this insane coverage, and this color is really nice. I just really like it a lot. So I just thought I would mention it. I know I mentioned it before, but I just wanted to kind of mention some of the things that I've been using very consistently over this past month and actually longer. And another thing that goes along with that are these 2 lip colors. This is the 100% Pure Raspberry, and I've been wearing this a lot because it is, I like the whole fruit pigmented idea of it. It's a sheer raspberry color. It can look a little bright, but I usually blend it out a lot. So if you put it on and just kind of like blend it out, you get this pink flush to to your lips, which is very natural looking, very nice. Goes well with a minimal makeup look, so I really like that a lot. And then Juicy, it's kind of like the same thing. It's very similar, but it's from Silk Naturals, and I really like their lip conditioner formula. So I kind of use the 100% pure, and then I had it, I like left it in this room from when I was filming previously, and then I started using the Silk Naturals. So I just wanted to give them both a shout out. There's another Silk Naturals color. Oh, I can't think of what it's called, but it's also, it looks very similar, the packaging. It's also like a very sheer plum, I think is what it is. And I really like that one as well. So they have a lot of nice, like, very wearable, sheer, everyday, like, minimal makeup colors, which are nice. So I think that's all that I wanted to mention for makeup here. Alright, so let's talk about food now. My Trader Joe's bag of boxes. So I don't think I'm going to talk about every single one. I've just been saving some boxes here, but I just want to talk about some favorites. This one I discovered really recently. Probably because it's a new product, but this is a brand I really like. Really like Jovial a lot. And we don't eat a lot of like cracker cookie type things because I try to look for either sprouted grains or ancient grains, like inkhorn is one of the first wheats or something like that. So this is what it is inkhorn flour. These are just your basic crackers. They're organic, and they're sourdough crackers. They have some salt on them as well. They're just really good basic crackers. And I haven't had crackers in a while, so I was excited that this brand started making some. Product of Italy, it says. It's the only wheat that was never hybridized, and they are yeast free. So just good crackers. I like them. My kids like them. If you want crackers to dip, to like put something on the cracker, or just eat them straight up, we've been liking them. They're a little pricey. I think it's like $4.99 for this box at my grocery store. Probably varies depending on where you live. I just ordered some on Vitacost as well too. And then I discovered a new brand to me, which is called Simple Mills. So Simple Mills has very simple ingredients. It has almond flour, arrowroot powder, flax meal, baking soda, sea salt, organic coconut sugar in the bread. This one's a little different because it's the cookies. They also have some chocolate chips in there, organic coconut flour. I think the rest of the things are the same basically. So what I like is they're paleo-friendly, grain-free, dairy-free, soy-free, low-carb. They're non-GMO verified. They're not 100% organic, but some of the ingredients are organic, and things like almond meal, even though that's not organic, has like a really low pesticide load. For example, like if you look up, you know, which things have the most pesticides, you get like apples and grapes, and almonds are not that high up on that list. So they're pretty safe. I actually don't think I found an organic almond flour. I get almond meal from Trader Joe's, which is not organic anyways, because it's pretty affordable and I can't find an organic version. But anyways, so these are really good. They're a mix, and you add your own, in this case, eggs, vanilla, in this case, water, eggs, olive oil, apple cider vinegar to make the cookies or the flatbread. These you can make, I've made it as flatbread, I've also made it as the dinner rolls. You can also make it as sandwich bread, and I really like it a lot, and I like the cookies too. So I think that these are really good. And there's a pizza crust. Let me see if I can find it. Yes, I liked the pizza crust. It's really weird because traditional pizza crust is very like, not hard, but it stays together very well. And this one is slightly more crumbly. It's like a little bit like a biscuit in that sense. It'll still hold together if you do like a little piece of pizza. Like we cut ours in like little square pieces, and you can still hold it and stuff like that. But it's just a little more crumbly than like a traditional pizza crust. But I still found it very good, and I liked the flavor. And my kids ate it too, which is always a plus because they can be a little picky about these things. They like the cookies and they eat the cookies. They did well with the dinner rolls as well, so these are pretty kid-friendly, I think. And yes, new brand to me, just wanted to mention it because I like it a lot. And they are on Vitacost, but they don't have the pizza crust. So you have to find, even my Whole Foods doesn't have the pizza crust. I have to find that in another store by me. Like, oh, I mentioned these somewhere before. Maybe in a chit chat, get ready with me video, but I got 2 flavors of the Amy's. They came out with organic soups, so I got really excited, and I like the idea that the soups are frozen and not canned, because I mean, I don't know if it's true, I'm not like an expert on this sort of thing, but it, to me, logically would seem like if something's frozen, it's like a little bit more perishable. Sorry, there's like a spider. Oh, there's a creepy spider, you guys, on the other side of my window. I hope he's on the other. It really looks like he's on the other side of my window, so let's pretend that's what it is, so I don't have to freak out about it. Oh my god, he's scary. He might be in between, like the screen and the glass part of my window. Oh, anyway. Oh yeah, frozen, what was I talking about? Frozen seems like it's a little bit more perishable, you know? And it's like, you cooked it fresh and then you froze it, versus canning, you have to like heat it to a high temperature to like kill all the germs to make sure like it stays good in the can. And then it's in the can, like it doesn't have to be refrigerated or anything. And like the canned stuff lasts for like years, you know? It doesn't go bad. So I just wonder if there's as much nutrients or vitamins left in that, or if they have all been killed, you know? So anyways, I'm not like starting a debate frozen versus canned. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know which one's better, but to me it seems like frozen's probably better. But it's weird to have a frozen soup, right? I've never seen a frozen soup, but it actually works pretty well. I cooked it on the stovetop method. We don't use the microwave, and it worked well. And I actually didn't like this one. I know, it's in my favorites, but I hated it. This is the corn and potato chowder, but I really liked, I accidentally threw out the broccoli one. I like the broccoli one. It's a little weird because it's spicy. I kind of had to get used to the fact, I'm still like looking at that spider. I had to get used to the fact of eating spicy broccoli and cheese, because that's not a soup that you think is going to be spicy. Like there's some flavors, yes, I could expect that to be spicy, but broccoli and cheese? I've never had that be spicy, so that was really weird. But I do like it. I like it better. That's my favorite of the 2. So everyone has different taste buds and likes different things, so by all means try whichever one sounds most appealing to you. Just kind of wanted to mention that Amy's now has organic soups that are frozen, and at Target of all places. I love Target. So I was so excited. Let's see if there's any other goodies in here. I don't know why I felt the need to save like multiple boxes of the same things. These are the crackers and stuff again. Oh, I mentioned these before. I love the gluten-free burritos from Amy's as well. These also come frozen. And they actually have mostly organic ingredients, you guys. Like, if you're like me and you've held off on buying these because they weren't organic, they're actually mostly organic. Like, all of the main ingredients, like the quinoa, the black beans, the tomatoes, the Swiss chard, whatever that is. I know what it is, I'm just kidding. Garbanzo bean flour, everything's organic. Beans organic, broccoli organic. The only thing that's not organic is at the very end, jalapeno peppers, which are not organic. And like everything else is. Oh, I think there's also expeller pressed high oleic soft flour and or sunflower oil. And everything else is. As far as I can tell. I'm not going to spend like an hour reading all these, but it, you know, if you've been hesitant like me, it's pretty much like 99% organic. So these are great. There's also, this one I think is dairy free because it's the black beans and quinoa. They also have a cheese one. Oh yeah, it is dairy free, GMO free as well. The cheese one is really good. My daughter likes that one a lot. They have a few gluten-free flavors, and I really like the wrapper that it comes in. It's a really yummy wrapper. It almost seems like a crepe of some sort. I wish they sold those and I could make my own everything with all different fillings. If somebody wants to teach me how to make a crepe, out of, let's see what this one is made out of. Sorghum flour, sweet rice flour. I think that's it. Or potato starch. I don't know which one of those things are in the wrapper and which ones are in the filling. But anyways, they do sell some kind of sandwich bread. Amy's does. That's gluten-free, but I can't find it anywhere. If you have found it, they're called sandwich rounds. Let me know where you found it, because it's not at Whole Foods. It's not at Earth Fare. I think they must be frozen because they're not on like online websites, because they're, you know, perishable and they must be kept frozen, but I can't find those and I really want to try them. So anyways, this is great, and they're at Target and they're relatively inexpensive and great to have in your freezer if you need a meal and it cooks in like half an hour. You just throw it in the oven. It's like 0 effort. So really good, like pretty healthy meal. There's like a lot of vegetables in here too, and it's really filling and it's delicious. So yeah, that's it. That's my favorite. And I am obsessed with these. Jen got me to try this when I was visiting her. She offered me one and I tried it, and now I'm addicted to them. So I blame her for my new addiction to Larabars. These are not organic, but there's just like very few basic ingredients, just cashews and dates. And this one has chocolate chips. There's a cashew cookie one, which does not have chocolate chips in it, but it's the same 2 ingredients. I avoid like their apple flavor and the flavor with fruit, because apples have a lot of pesticides in them, but since, you know, their bars are not organic. But something like this where it's just like nuts and dates, I'm okay with. And these are just so good. Just this flavor is my favorite flavor. I've tried a lot of other flavors that I really did not like, but this flavor is just so good. And I tried to make these myself because they're kind of expensive. Let me put this giant box down. It's taken up like all of my lap. I don't see the spider anymore. Hopefully he'll find his way into my house. They're like $20 on Vitacost for a package of 16, or you can buy them at Target. It's like $4 something, almost $5 for a package of 5 or 4. I think it's 5, and you can buy like 3 of those packages for like $15, and it's only, you get like 1 less Larabar, but it's $5 cheaper than Vitacost, you know. So it kind of makes sense to buy it from Target. Makes sense to buy it from Whole Foods because they have sales. Like it was recently on sale for $1 a bar, and then whenever you buy a case of something at Whole Foods, you get 10% off. The mail is here. My dogs are gonna bark. So when it was on sale with the 10% off, it was a really good deal. It's always 10% off on cases of things at Whole Foods, if you didn't know that. And it says on like the little price tag in the upper left corner, it says like how many items equals a case. Like I think if you buy like 4, maybe 6 bottles of milk, that's a case, and you get 10% off. So, I mean, that's a lot. In that case, you probably don't need that much, but in the case of Larabars, you know, a case is how much I would regularly buy anyways. But, yes, when I made myself, it wasn't really cheaper, and it was, like, a lot of work, and they didn't really come out quite as good. So I think I'm going to stick to buying them probably. But I guess they were organic when I made them myself, because I bought organic ingredients, but I mean, I might experiment a little more making them myself, but I had a NutriBlend, NutriBullet that I was using to blend them in, and they were fine. It's just, I guess I didn't do a good job like making little bars. I just got tired of it by the end. I just plopped it all on a plate and refrigerated it in one big blob, so it was kind of hard to eat. I guess maybe if I took the time and actually like shaped them and cut them into bars and all that stuff, maybe it would have been better, but anyways, this concludes my really long, rambly favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.